Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. I wasn't going to have a head shave today. I had one yesterday. I really enjoyed it yesterday. But this soap is exceptional. It's pissing down with rain, so I ain't going anywhere. So I thought I'll just whip this one day's growth off and just see how it feels with this soap. I'm going to be using the Mergress today. I'm going to be using a new blade which I haven't used before and see how we go. So Mickey Lee Soapworks, Kate Verde, and from my face shave, if you watched it, or if you haven't watched it, the only thing and the only downside I've found to this soap is the fact that the label's squint on the lid, and that's it. That's the only thing that I've found personally that drives me a bit crazy through my sort of OCD that I have. But other than that, this soap is exceptional. The tub, it's a lovely tub. It's like a sort of frosted sort of look to it. It's a good solid tub. I reckon it's more than 4 ounces in here. I reckon it's probably closer to 5, just going by the weight of it. Scent strength out the tub's like a 4, 4.5, but once you get some water on it, well, I use cold water and it got up to around about, I reckon, 5.5 or 6. It is a lavender scented soap, something which normally does not do anything for me, but it's nice. It's got something else going on with it. It's not just pure lavender, it's almost got a sort of spicy scent to it, so it's just really nice. I'm not a floral lover at all. I don't like rose. I've never been a big fan of lavender, but this is nice. So if you're not into floral scents, this one might be something that you might actually enjoy, even though it's not your thing. Yeah, it's really nice. And it's freezing cold over here today. I've got the heater on, or the aircon on, so it's not too cold in the house, but that sound of the wind and the rain and everything makes you feel cold. So here we go. I've just wet the brush. I'm using the Razorock 400. This has been up for sale for a little while. No one's had any bites on it, so I've just taken it off. It's a nice brush. I'm not a fan of orange, but the knot is superb. It's pretty much a 24mm Boss knot, the same knot that's used in Matt Martin's Brush Guy brushes. Evershave now stocks these knots. One was just sent out to Gil over at A Second Kind of Cool. His latest brush that he's just had, it's a little ivory brush. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much a Boss knot. Looks the same and it'll probably perform the same as this. This one is I don't know what it's called, a Razorock knot, but it's pretty much a Boss knot, which is my favourite of this style of knot. I prefer it over the Game Changer. So here we go, straight on to, well, it's not a dry puck because it's only been drying for about half hour. I wasn't going to have a shave, I was drying it all. So it's actually a semi-wet puck, really. Wet soap, sorry, not puck, soap, tub of soap. So I'm just going to load onto the brush, and then I'll finish off my lather in the bowl, and then I'm going to go onto the head, and hopefully I'm just going to go straight against the grain again and try and knock it out as quick as I can. I thought yesterday I would have done my head shave a lot faster because I only did sort of one pass and a little bit, but I think I did talk a lot of shit like I did in my last face shave using this soap. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it, sometimes I'm not. You get to see all sides of me on these videos because every single shave I do goes on video. So it's not that I'm pumping these out to make my channel bigger or anything like that. I just shave every day at the moment, so I do every shave on camera. Every single shave has been on camera since I started traditional wet shaving. So it's something I'm probably going to keep going on with. Drives my wife nuts right enough, but sometimes she wishes I could just go and have a 5-minute shave and not talk to myself so much. But talking to myself keeps me sane. It's a Bonificio Varicino shaving grail ball. A little bit of water there you can just see bobbing around in the bottom. Straight in with a Lori brush. Now the lather I got from this on my face was superb. It was really exceptional. Now here's one reason why I love these longer brushes. Look how much that sticks out of the bowl. You're not worried about getting lather all over your hands, all over the place. They're really excellent brushes for that. I find the Brush Guy brush the same. It's got a very long handle on it. And I've got another brush on the way which has got a pretty long handle on it as well, which I'm really looking forward to getting hold of. Oh, the scent's lovely on this. I can almost smell a sort of pepper scent to it. I don't know whether there is any pepper in it, but it's like black pepper as well. I'm not sure what else is going on in with this scent, but it's not just straight lavender, I don't believe. I did read the scent profile, but luckily my memory is shit, so I don't remember it, so it doesn't tarnish my thoughts on the soap. And I've only just noticed during my face shave that there is actually a big pile of lavender in the photograph on the picture. So So much for my observation skills. If I'd looked at the label a little bit closer when I first opened the parcel up from Oive, I would have realised it was a lavender scented soap because I couldn't really pick it. Didn't know it was lavender, and that's part of the reason why I enjoy it. It's a bit like the Sandalwood Bergamot from L&L Grooming. I don't like sandalwood, I don't like Proraso Red. Didn't care for the lather and wood sandalwood scent. It just doesn't do anything for me. But yet, I couldn't really not like L&L Grooming Original. It was just a lovely scent. However he's mixed that sandalwood with the bergamot and whatever else is in there, that might be the only 2 cents, but it just works. It's got a sweetness to it now. It almost sort of takes a little bit of that boring scent away from the sandalwood, which sandalwood's just boring for me. I like things with a bit of oomph, or at least a bit of complexity to it. You know, like a Barrister and Man sandalwood ain't going to smell like sandalwood. It's going to have 37 other ingredients and it'll end up smelling like a sweaty sock, but no doubt that'll bring back a memory for me and I'll enjoy it. Right, this lather's whipping up nice. I've been doing that much talking, it was actually pretty much whipped up a little while ago, but I'm going to stick with it at this consistency, and I can always add water as we go. I mean, that's, if I turn that up that way, it doesn't move, it just stays there. Oh, yeah. Scent strength, when you get a bit of water in it, like I say, is around about a 6, easily around about a 6, it's lovely. Shave I had today was just amazing. Whew. Right, cold water shave. Just going to wet my head a little bit. Normally always cold water shaves. If you haven't watched the face shave video, if you just want an idea of what the weather's like over here at the moment, watch my face shave video. There is a chance that the weather will go like that on this video as well, but that was a full-on torrential downpour with thunder and lightning, winds, you name it, it was on there. The only thing we didn't get is the hailstones, but they are still forecast for today at some point. Always forget to move my mirror over there so I can see if I've painted enough on the back. It's really handy for me, it's no good for you guys. My old camera position, which was in the centre of the mirror, was an excellent sort of view for you guys, because you could see in the mirror as well that I used to do the back of my head. This lather is incredible, by the way. I don't even have to add any water to it. I can see the shine. Well, you can see it as well. It's just amazing. It's thick, it's creamy. Mergress. I'll just open it up because the blade's already in there. The blade is a Derby Premium, a Derby Premium for you guys in the States, and anyone else that says Derby. They say Derby in Australia as well. I say Derby, and so does the rest of the UK, I think. But most people don't give a shit because it's the UK. And the UK appears to think they know everything. They come across that way anyway. I don't, I know shit. Right, I'm going to start on setting 3. I'm just going straight against the grain. Just wet the razor, get a bit of water on it, and see how this blade feels. Certainly some excellent feedback. Wow. I don't know if that's down to the blade or whether, I really don't know. I'm getting some nice feedback from it. Feels pretty smooth. It's not a, yeah, it feels very smooth. It's had a bit of mixed reviews, this blade, I've got to say. I haven't. The reason I picked this up is because I tried the Derby Extra, and then I was, luckily enough, I won Gil's giveaway, and he sent me a full box of Derby Extra. And I actually liked it. I thought it was an excellent blade. It's no feather or kai, but it's nice, it's smooth, it was smooth. And it felt sharp enough. I didn't get any tugging or anything from it. It was nothing like a Gillette Goal, the worst blade made ever. I've still got the Rockwells as well to try, which was sent to me from Gil. I've just remembered from now that I'm using this razor that Bull Goose Shaving have just released the Mergress brush. They don't do a synthetic of it, unfortunately. Now against the grain here, she's struggling, really struggling. Don't know whether you can maybe actually see it jumping with my hand. It's not struggling all the way, it's nice and smooth here. Yeah, it's not doing a great job, I've got to say. It's not doing the sort of job I would want. It's certainly very, it's not tuggy, it's just jumpy. Yeah, I don't know why that is. That's really strange. Like I say, the blade feels fine. It just doesn't, for some reason, doesn't like going against the grain on the back of my head there. I've got no cuts or anything, I've no weepers. I don't feel like I've got any irritation yet. But yeah, it's not a super close first pass to say that I went directly against the grain and I've only got 1 day's growth, excuse me. Let's wet the head again, just at the tips. Oh yeah, the residual slickness is good though, really good. It feels better just on that than it did with my face shave. Yeah, that's incredible residual slickness. Excellent. It took me sort of the second pass on my face shave to find that sort of slickness, residual anyway. Right, let's go back to the bowl. Just reinvigorate the lather a little bit. And then I'm just going to apply it all again, all over. And then this will be my sort of finishing pass with the touch-ups and full works. I'm going to use the residual slickness on the soap and hopefully end up with a BBS shave. Just going to dip the tips a bit, just a little bit dry. The good thing with this soap is I've got no fear at all to add a lot of water to it. It loves water. It's exceptional soap, it really is. I've got to really give it a big thumbs up. Ticks all the boxes: scent, performance, residual slickness, ease of lather, ease of load. It's up there on everything. It's really excellent soap. In terms of price, I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think Mickey Lee Soapworks is super expensive. I don't think it's like some of your Barrister and Man Scents and things like that. I don't find it a super expensive soap from what I've heard. I haven't checked the pricing on it, however this is something I'm going to start possibly adding into my videos. Price doesn't really affect me if I see a scent I want, I'll just buy it. That's the sort of bloke I am. As I said to a message to one of the subscribers that commented on my last video, I think it was, or 2 videos ago, I've just replied to him today. I don't really look at pricing. I do, but I sort of live for today. If I want to get that soap and that scent really appeals to me, I'll just buy it. Suffer the consequences later. Consequence being the wife. But at the moment, due to my work circumstances and lack of work, lack thereof, I don't have the option to just go out there and buy whatever I want when I see it. I still could. I could be one of those dafties that puts it on credit cards, but I'm not that daft. At the end of the day, as much as it's a serious affliction or addiction, it's you still got to be sensible in life, or as sensible as you can be. You can't put your family in jeopardy to buy a few $100 worth of soap or razors. So everything that comes out of my den, or comes into my den now, is generally as a result of something going out. It's literally bouncing up and down on the back of my head. Yeah. Tell you what, just let me pause this and I'll come back in a second. Alright, I'm back. What I have done is I have grabbed brand new Kai blade, and let's just see if we can get a better result with that blade. Just let me see if it's definitely the blade, because I can't see it being the performance of the soap, because the soap's outstanding. Just adding a touch of water into this lather because it's went a bit dry. I wasn't away for long, but it doesn't take long for a lather to dry. As you can see, just a little bit of water and the soap goes a long way again. Right, I'll just start from just down behind here again. Setting 3. Now that section there, you can hear the difference. It's the same section that was skipping all the time. Oh, what a difference. Whew. Yeah, that is a massive improvement. Now that doesn't mean that the Derby Premium's a bad blade by any means. I just find on a head shave, oh yeah, that's beautiful. The hair on the back of my head is really thick. You might not believe it, but it is. And because the skin on the back of your head, from the crown of your head down to the bottom of your neck, is actually a lot looser. This is tight skin here. On the back you can actually pull from here forward and it'll actually lift all the skin up. Because it's like that, you need a blade that just, oh, look at that, look at the difference. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, oh, massive, massive difference. Just a far superior blade, it really is. It's far superior. Sharper, it's a thicker steel as well, so it feels like it's more substantial in the razor. I don't feel like it's flexing much. And as much as this razor holds the blade pretty firm, it doesn't hold it as firm as the Wunderbar. So you need, the thicker blade seems to work better in razors that don't hold the blade as firm as you really need it. So all I'm going to do now is try and showcase the residual slickness of this soap. Because let me tell you, it's exceptional. It has to have one of the best residual slicknesses that I've used. You know, just having it on my head, when I do it on my face, the first pass, the residual slickness was good, but it wasn't great. On this shave, which is when I really need it, it's exceptional. It's as good as any I've ever used. In fact, it surpasses most soaps that I've used, if I'm honest. You guys can see I've got no lather on my head there, none. This is all residual. So I'm just feeling about it. It's taking me longer because the Derby blade did a pretty average job, if I'm honest. So I'm really having to play catch up on the pickups. But you can't agree with, you can't argue with this. This is just exceptional slickness. I'll probably end up with a bit of irritation because I have had to really go over the same areas quite a bit. But then again, maybe not. If I don't end up with too much irritation, I'll be amazed. But you've seen how much I went over and over and over in my head, you. Gives you a real good indication. Where's that here going there? No idea how I missed that big bit, or that bit. Mickey Lee Soapworks, check it out. Alright, that was a bit of a labour intensive shave. It's taken me a lot longer than I thought. I was hoping it'd be done sort of around 20 minutes. I think I'm around about 30 minutes. I really don't know. I didn't see how long that first part of the video was before I switched blade. Had I used the Kai blade straight away, I'd have been done about 10 minutes ago probably. Oh, what a shave. Yeah, it took me a long time to get there. I've got no doubt in my mind that I'll probably have irritation. But I've got no cuts, I've got no weepers, no nicks, nothing at all. Right, I'm going to pop a bit off Humphrey's Lilac on, which is Humphrey's lavender base or lavender scented witch hazel, and see, this will give me a bit of feedback on whether I've overdone it. I mean, essentially I've done a 3-pass shave, but 2 of those passes yeah, I mean that's as close as I've got, really. That's really close. The Mergress is a lovely razor. And like I say, now they've released the brush, and the brush basically, the handle is the shape of the little knob on the bottom, and it looks really nice. It's made out of aluminium, which I was surprised about. I thought they would have went with the stainless steel again, but it's obviously a weight thing and possibly a cost thing as well. But that there was a pretty good shave. So I'm going to rinse off the brush. Mickey Lee Soapworks Cape Verde. Beautiful soap. Scent is excellent. It's not a scent I thought I would like, but I do like it. It's like a peppery, herby sort of lavender. It's just really nice, and I don't like lavender scents, so for it to sort of sing to me and really do something for me, it's great that Mickey Lee Soapworks have managed to do that. The load, it's super easy to load. You're not messing about sort of loading it for ages trying to get it right. It just loads super easy, sort of 10-15 seconds and you're done, probably less. I just sort of waffle on a lot when I'm loading the brush and forget about it. Doesn't need a lot to load it. This brush is amazing, great little brush, the cheapest chips. I don't know whether they're still available on ItalianBarber.com. I know they sold out pretty fast when they first came out. There's the F400, which is the big brother or the big sister of this one as well. This is 24mm, I think the bigger one's 30mm or 28mm. But it's a great knot. The Boss knot is a superb knot. It's got a great balance between synthetic and a natural feel. I find if you face lather with it, you get a sort of natural, really soft badger feel to your face, and that's what I get from it, and it's excellent that they managed to get that with a synthetic knot. The bowl, Saponaficio Varacino shaving rail. Smells great, this soap, it really does. Right, the razor was the Mergress. It's a great razor. It was beautiful when I switched the blade up. Started off with this, the Derby Premium, which I'm going to chuck this one. I'll just start with a fresh blade again. They're pretty cheap, so I'm not too bothered. I'll throw that one in the bin and use a brand new one for my next face shave. Switched it over to the Kai, which is just a blank blade. Blank blade, blank packet that it comes in. It comes in this packet here. It's really cheap and nasty packaging. The little blue packet that comes in the actual box looks alright. There's nothing to write home about, but it's what the blade does that matters, and as far as I'm concerned, it's the best blade on the market. I haven't come across a better blade. I've used a lot of good blades, but that's the best blade I've used. Oh, that's a great shave, it really is. I've definitely got a bit of redness floating about, but I'm not too bothered about that. I then moved on to the Humphrey's Lilac, and I'm going to finish off now with some Barbasol Premium Pacific Rush, which is the way I finish my face shave. This stuff's great. Dries in very quickly. Well, I've got BBS. There's no hair anyway. Super. Took me a little bit longer to get there. I don't feel like I've got any irritation. There's no burn or anything. But I'll be surprised if there's no sort of razor bumps or razor burn later on. I might have to give it a rest for a couple of days, but I will keep you guys posted tomorrow in my face shave, whenever I do it tomorrow, because if I don't have any irritation on the back of my head, which I normally get, if the blade's not great, it's not a great shave, then I have to really give it to the soap. Because as much as the Kai blade saved me in the end, most of that shave was done with an excellent performing soap. The residual slickness, you've seen how long I was going over my head for with residual slickness. It just goes on and on and on. It's not like you go over the same bit a few times and it goes away. It's still there. You've got to really wash this stuff to get it off. It's excellent, excellent soap. And that post-shave feel all over, outstanding. The rain stopped. I'm a happy man. I hope you guys have a great week. It's just started again. Hump day is not too far away, and then it'll soon be Friday and it'll soon be the weekend again. So you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Cheers.